In 1241, 80,000 European knights charged across a Hungarian plain, certain of victory. Within hours, 70,000 were dead. How did just 20,000 Mongols make this happen? The answer lies in one of the most brilliant battlefield deceptions in history: the feigned retreat, a deadly psychological trap perfected by the Mongol war machine. Before we break down the trap, here's what made the Mongol army so lethal. They were organized using a revolutionary decimal system, units of 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000, enforcing tight command and rapid coordination. Discipline was brutal. Disobey an order, you're executed. Let a man escape from your unit, 10 more die with you. Their elite horse archers could fire accurately while riding at full gallop, using composite bows with a 350-meter effective range, nearly double that of European longbows. But firepower wasn't their deadliest weapon. It was the mind. The Mongols rarely began with a charge. Instead, light cavalry would harass from afar, raining arrows like a swarm of bees, testing discipline and provoking rage. This was recon, and it was psychological warfare. But this was only the bait. The deadliest part comes next. On cue, the cavalry would panic and flee, shouting in fake terror. But this wasn't chaos, it was choreography. They had to run just fast enough to lure the enemy without breaking formation. This is where it gets brutal. The enemy, seeing their chance, would break ranks and charge in pursuit, thinking the day was won. But the Mongols knew overconfidence kills. Armies became long, disorganized snakes stretching across the plains. The retreating Mongols led them to a pre-selected battlefield, a valley or flat plain, hiding fresh Mongol heavy cavalry just out of sight. The trap was about to spring. Suddenly, the fleeing Mongols wheeled around, archers ready. At the same time, hidden forces slammed into both flanks. The enemy was caught in a three-sided box of death. No space, no formation, no hope. An estimated 90% of the enemy could be wiped out in minutes. This wasn't just theory. In 1223, Mongol generals Subutai and Jebe used the feigned retreat to crush a 40,000-strong Rus coalition along the Kalka River in what is now eastern Ukraine. They baited the army into a 9-day pursuit across hundreds of kilometers. The Rus vanguard, led by Mstislav the Bold, was lured far ahead of the main force, exhausted, scattered, and overconfident. Then came the ambush. The retreating Mongols turned and attacked. Flanking cavalry hit from both sides. The Rus army fractured. The coalition was wiped out piece by piece. The Mongols lost few. The Rus lost almost everything. In 1241, they did it again at the Battle of Mohi, this time against the Hungarian army led by King Bela IV. While one Mongol force attacked a bridge to distract, Subutai secretly built a hidden bridge and crossed the river with the main force. At dawn, the Hungarians believed they'd won, but now they were surrounded. They fought bravely, but Subutai unleashed his final card. He left an obvious gap in the encirclement, an escape route. The Hungarians broke ranks to flee, pouring into a marsh where their heavy armor trapped them. Waiting Mongol archers slaughtered them from horseback. It wasn't just a battle, it was a psychological masterpiece. Over 40,000 Hungarian troops entered the field. Fewer than 10,000 made it out alive. The feigned retreat wasn't a solo act. It was part of a larger tactical symphony. Tulugma, double envelopment. Hit the front, crush from the sides and rear. Harassment warfare. Appear, fire, vanish. Wear down the enemy daily. Siege adaptation. Captured engineers built catapults, gunpowder weapons, siege towers. Deception tactics. Fake campfires, dust clouds, over-reported troop counts. Rapid communication. The Yam relay network moved messages across Asia in days. The Mongols weren't just brilliant horsemen. They were the 13th century version of a modern combined arms military. The Mongols changed warfare forever. Gunpowder spread west. Dooming the night, flexible tactics replaced rigid charges. Centralized military structures took root in Russia, Persia, and the Ottomans. Psychological warfare became mainstream. Total war, targeting the enemy's entire way of life, was systematized. They didn't invent most of their weapons. They perfected them, and they fused them into an unstoppable military system. The feigned retreat was their crown jewel, a deception so complete it turned strength into vulnerability, order into chaos, and victory into ruin. Which of the 5 phases of the feigned retreat do you think was most crucial? Let us know in the comments. Some say the Mongols were just lucky. Others say they were tactical geniuses. What's your verdict? If you enjoyed this breakdown of battlefield deception, like and subscribe for more deep dives into history's deadliest strategies. This is one past, many stories, where war isn't just fought with weapons, but with wits.